I'm sorry, not you guys.
Yeah, I'm telling you for a go.
Okay, then we'll go later, but, I'm sorry. Marty Winkler will be next. Marty Winkler is next.
My name is Marty Winkler, search Martha Winkler versus City of Phoenix Officer Jason Gillespie, and search Facebook Justice for Marty Winkler to see if I could report victims. The words transparency, accountability, public safety, law enforcement, and protective serve are a cruel joke to extreme Phoenix police victims. There is only one solution. That has to be a consent decree on the extremely corrupt and violent Phoenix police. Nobody knows it better than me. I have been living in nightmare for 10 years after Officer Jason Gillespie almost killed me with his bare hands in a fit of rage because he thought I called the police too many times. I politely asked for a supervisor twice and he said in federal court he didn't care why I called. And immediately intended to teach me a lesson that I wouldn't survive or I would never forget. Because he knew there was no body camera, and all of his blue buddies, and the city of Phoenix immediately continuously did everything to cover up an unspeakable act of violence on an unarmed innocent senior woman who called the police for help. In their extreme corruption to cover for him, he's been promoted numerous times, and is now shockingly making $220,000, while I have been permanently disabled and survive on meager disability. Again, shockingly, they have Jason Gillespie training at Desert Horizon Precinct or the Academy, apparently how to kill grandmothers, fracturing their skulls, traumatic brain injury, almost losing an eye, and a dislocated jaw. For 10 years, I have been fighting the evil that is the city of Phoenix, and Phoenix police have done everything in their power to fight my federal civil rights case, aided by a ruthless defense attorney, Kathleen Weineke Law. And only by a miracle I won an appeal when I was appointed one of the best appeal law firms in the country, and my case will be going to retrial sometime in the next year. Justice for Marty Winkler, never give up against the corrupted, violent Phoenix police.
Thank you. We'll go to Denise Beiner, followed by Ann Ender.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just here to maybe speak about something that it also needs to be told. When we work for anyone in company and organization, and we have great leaders, we perform well. But when we have supervisors and management, or leaders who are basically unfair to their employees, to the city of Phoenix. Police department or not, you can expect our officers to behave their best. We have officers that also, their voices can't be heard because they're not allowed to speak up. But we have officers who, or police department who are crying out for help in the management positions because we are short in staff. Let's take 200, for example. Our commands, lieutenants or sergeants get letters letting them know that they will be disciplined if they do not follow certain rules. We have, I might sound like a scrambled egg right now, but I don't think there's some of you who know what I'm talking about. When our police officers or department needs extra help, and officers, also commanders or sergeants are willing to work the overtime and are told no, that is unacceptable. Because there's times that we have 4 to 5, 6 officers in an area, large area, with thousands and thousands of community and citizens. They're putting their life at risk, and they're putting our life at risk as well. I will be working with my community in the 200 area and inform them that we need to do something because those officers in that area, they need to be clear.
Thank you, Denise. And Andrew will be next, followed by English Wackelmaker.
This is so bad. This is really, I came here to say that I support all of the efforts that all of you have done to protect the police department, protect the community and us. But right now, what I'm really struggling with, and I just bear with me because it's relevant. I'm struggling with what's happened in the last 3 weeks. And I can't reconcile the violence against our police officers and losing. I want you all to think about the sacrifice this young man made for our public safety. Because that's what it was, and that's what all of our police officers do. Are there people that are bad, that do things wrong? Yes, that's all of us. But these efforts of our council to protect us from oversight from the federal government is really, it's wonderful, and I appreciate what you're doing. But this is something that's grabbed my heart, and I hope you'll all think about both sides of what's happening in our world.
Thank you. Amy is next, followed by Elizabeth.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Amy Schwab-Wonder, CEO of Keys to Change at 12th Avenue, Madison. And first, for the time remarks, I want to thank everyone who's sharing their emotional, powerful testimony. Keys to Change operates the key campus at 12th Avenue, Madison, as well as other regional programs. We're here to support and appreciate the City of Phoenix Office of Homeless Solutions. Prior to the creation of OHS, there was a lack of connectivity to the city as providers of services to those who are unhoused, and a commitment to serving and solving the issues of homelessness was missing. Since OHS was launched in 2022, Keys to Change has witnessed the focus of the city staff on partnering to address unsheltered homelessness, particularly in the neighborhood around Key Campus. We applaud the city for working to create dignified responses to the large encampment that once reached 1,000 people. Nonprofit 501c3 organizations cannot serve and solve homelessness alone, particularly when the unhoused are in public spaces and easements. Our organizations do not have the authority to enforce or require any action or connection to service. We need the partnership with local government to co-create strategies and solutions. OHS has become a place for us to have open lines of communication, to share feedback, and to at times push back so that together we serve the unhoused in the most humane manner. OHS is now a bridge between services of law enforcement, services in other city departments. We can see collaboration, voice concern, ask for assistance, and offer solution-centered and client-centered input. OHS offers a way to have checks and balances for the various systems that interact with the homeless population. Keys to Change supports the continuation of Office of Homeless Solutions and looks forward to ongoing collaboration to address homelessness. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's public comment about the DOJ and other stuff. You can see the agenda on the city
I'm
website.
Elizabeth Venable. For people
I haven't
that
been
don't
able
know
to
who
figure
I
out
am, I
chat.
run an organization called Fund for Empowerment. We have civil rights litigation against the city of Phoenix. It largely concerns the policing practices surrounding homelessness, and there are several issues at play. Even though the Supreme Court recently said that it is legal to criminalize sleeping camping in terms of criminal citations, there are a lot of issues that are still ongoing. It has always been my opinion that, okay, the city of Phoenix is sometimes responsive, but the thing that you respond to most are external accountability measures, such as Fund for Empowerment has been involved with their litigation, such as the Department of Justice investigation, for which we were responsible for getting the vast majority of the participation from the unhoused community, with at least over 100 participants coming directly from our organization. So it was 133. And I believe that it's through these
sharing these stories to a wide variety of institutions that we have forced action, you know, through this council. I know that that part of the investigation wouldn't have existed without us. What I want to say is that we need to agree to formal external accountability measures.
And
And
this for now.
accept their seriousness, because if you don't, it's just a battle with litigation forever.